Hello. Welcome to the reading sprints. I am just going to do my usual checks. Just making sure that everything is working. How is everyone? I know I'm starting a little bit late today compared to all of my other sprints. Let me just share this on Discord and on the usual channels on Instagram and everything. Hi, Kay. I thought I would stop in before heading to bed. Oh, so this comment is from 8 hours ago. Hope to see you for coffee when I get up. Remember to hydrate, check the laundry, and show some love to the like button. Well, thank you for leaving your comment. I'm not sure if you're here now. If you're up now, it's a couple of hours later than my usual sprint, so hopefully you're up now. But thank you for this comment. Hi, Louie. I know it's pretty late, but I'm glad that you're able to join for at least one sprint. I had so many errands today, and it was the holiday traffic is just so bad, so I couldn't get back home in time for the usual time of the sprints. Hi, Eliza. Welcome. What are you gonna be reading today? So let me know in the chat while I'm sharing this on Instagram. Let me know in the chat what you are going to be reading with us today, if you're reading. Otherwise, what are you going to be doing while we are sprinting? You all know what I'm going to be reading, but I'm just going to share it on Instagram. Reading sprints live right now. Right now. I know it's so late for people in the Philippines. It's 9 p.m. for us. Well, it's not super duper bad. It's a little bit late, but hopefully you can still join for even a couple of sprints. Okay, let me just share this so I can focus on the reading sprints now. Okay. Okay, shared. That is done. I'm still recovering from my surgery. Yes. Hopefully that turned out okay. Drink lots of water. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what you should be doing post the surgery, but just take the time for yourself, rest, and hopefully the recovery is going to be smooth sailing. It's 2 p.m. for me. Well, hopefully that means it's a good time for you. So, for everyone who is new here, I'm Pam from This Book Belongs to Pam, and we're going to be reading Cassandra Clare's Clockwork Prince, or at least I'm going to be reading this book. This is the third book in the Infernal Devices trilogy, part of the Shadowhunters universe, and I'm reading it for the first time. So, for a series read along sprints, what I do is every week I read a part of a book of a series that I'm trying to finish. So previously we read the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and then now we are on the last book of the Infernal Devices trilogy. I read the first 199 pages from last sprint. So now I have to read up until, let me just double check my notes. Up until where should I be reading? Okay, I think I need to be reading until chapter. I put it in the title of the live stream. I need to read until chapter. Oops. Oh my god, chapter 17. Okay, so I have to check what page that is. Chapter 17. It's roughly around 200 pages, is how I've divided this up. So I need to read until page 379. So let me just update this to say 379. So that's gonna be the goal for today. It went good. I have less pain, but I need another one next week. I'm still affected by my sleep meds. Well, hopefully, their entire journey, hopefully things, get better for you at the end of it. That's always the goal. But yeah, we're just here for you to chill, chat with, and relax. Is there romance in the book that you're reading? There is romance. So this book is usually cited as one of the best love triangles, proper love triangles that people have read, especially in a fantasy setting. So you know how it's so common with love triangles where just have two, for example, this is a common example, two male love interests both pining for one female, right? That's not really a triangle because then you're just an arrow, you're a chevron, you're just pointed into one direction. But for this one, you've got, is this a spoiler? I don't think it's a spoiler. It's pretty well known that you've got this three people. Two of them are very best friends, like attached to the hip. I would catch a bullet for you type of best friends, and then they both fall in love for the same person. So obviously you have the two, the two usual relationships, but then you have a layer of their best friends. Like they would literally put their best friends above their own welfare, kind of thing. So there's a lot of angst. Yes. There's a lot of angst, which I love. I love reading. I don't like it in real life, but I love reading about it in books because it's such a visceral emotion. And I've always been an emo kid. So yeah, like My Chemical Romance is my vibe. So the angst is really, my favorite thing about reading this series so far, and it hurts. It hurts. Hi, Kat. Welcome to sprints. I'm so sorry that it is late for us, but hopefully you can join in for a couple of sprints. I love it too. I know. I love it. I love it. But it's breaking my heart. That is how I've always described this one. So for today, I'm going to read until 379. And I'm so scared because the part where I stopped, I even. I even dog-eared a page because of the feelings that I got from reading this book. Hey, why did I say it that way? Hey everyone, I'm joining again with Plated Prisoner Book 3. I love that we're both doing series because that's the spirit of this reading sprints. But welcome to the sprints, and hopefully you're liking this one. Were you also reading book 3 last time, or did you finish that and then have moved on to book 3? I'm starting a new book tonight, but I haven't decided which one. Yes, I did see. I haven't fully watched your review of Veiled, the book that you were reading last time. But I'm glad that you finished that. What book are you thinking of? Do you have any choices for us to vote for? Let me know. And also, I'm using a different app now, just because of the whole StreamYard. I ran out of credits thing. So let me know if things aren't working the way that they should be. Hopefully, everything is all good. Hopefully, we won't have the same problem last Sunday where I have to reset the broadcast. I might pick up Reminders of Him because that's my comfort book and start reread it again. Is that the Colleen Hoover book, Reminders, or am I misremembering? But I love comfort books. Like the fact that you can reread the same book again and again and again and still feel all the feelings. That's very special. And I always say that whatever your comfort book is, that's between you and yourself alone. Like it doesn't matter what other people think. Yes, it was also book 3 last time, but more or less started it in the last sprint and now I'm halfway in. Well, hopefully you're liking it. Hopefully it's shaping up to be a good series because I know that this is a longer series. I think there's like 5 or 6 books in this series. Didn't she just release a new one this year? I think. Yes, it's from Goho. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start our first reading sprint. Look at this. There's gonna be like a fade in transition. Woo! I had way too much fun, or actually not a lot of fun because the like customizations are not my favorite. But at least it works. Wait, I need to change this one to 279 pages. There you go. Um, oh wait, I have Unum Dong. I just had my Kindle. I'm 26% in. Well, maybe you could finish it in the sprints because I believe that's a shorter book, right? So maybe you could finish it. But we shall start our first reading sprints now, and that will be for 45 minutes. And then after 45 minutes, we have 8 minutes to chat and to update each other of our reading progress. Hopefully, everyone has a good time. I'll see you in 45 minutes. Wait, hold on. Let me start the timer and play our Victorian Christmas ambience with fireplace and writing sounds. Happy reading, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to After the Sprint. I'm a mess right now, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Bye, Louie. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, even just for one sprint. Hopefully, next time you are able to attend more. Thank you for dropping by. Okay, let me start the timer. So, I made it to page. Let me just. Okay, we made it to page 246. So that is, I started at 199. So around 50 pages, a little less than 50 pages. And oh my gosh, I'm a mess, guys. Wait, let me go through the comments. I'm really loving the series so far, and yes, the sixth and final book is out now. Oh, it's the final. Okay, that's good because I thought it's gonna be like a 9 book series. Well, I'm glad that you're loving it. You have so much more books to read, though. Yay! Let's go. Happy reading. Yes. Hi, Pam. Are you gonna be sprinting with us, or are you just dropping by? Have a good sprint. Thank you. Hi, Kay. Good morning to you. Yes, I did start later. Ooh, I hope we have a good morning, a chill morning. Yes, hydrate, of course. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm a mess. So I made it to page 146 and I stopped at it was a very emotional scene. Like, ah, it was so good. Oh my gosh, the series. Ah, currently at 33%. I'm really loving this book. It's so cozy and reflective, but compelling at the same time. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing about this book. Hold on. That's what I've been hearing about this book. That it has a lot of introspective like conversations. Things like I believe it talks about like work life balance and what is um are you really living if you're spending all of your time working, but then you need to work to have enough to live a life, and like the balance of it all within the context of the bookstore or bookshop, which is always interesting. I read 45 pages in a sprint and it's so much fun. Woo! Congrats on reading 45 pages. Oh, I have music effects on this one. Wait, let me just update the tracker. So now I'm at page 246. Um, can I edit this without update? Oh, Studio Mode. Okay. 246. Okay. I'm glad that you're having fun. It looks like we all have good reads at the moment. And I've been dog earing the pages because I don't have a pen. I feel like because I did that the first video of Bookmas where I annotated the Sorcerer of Thorns book, I'm now a little bit less afraid of annotating, like making marks on the books in the form of like dog ears, and I'm like, oh, I want to underline this part, but I don't have a pen near me, so I just dog eared the page for now. And is this my annotating era? And I think it's also because I know that I love this series and I know that I'm gonna keep this box. So I'm like, I can make my marks on it. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not gonna donate it or anything because I really loved it. I can see myself rereading the series as well. They have a reading goal this year, and yes, and if yes, how is it going for you? Yes, I have. I did. I think I hit my reading goal last month or early last month. So I have a goal of reading. Is it 100? Let me just double check actually in Storygraph. So I use Storygraph for all of my book tracking. So my reading goal for the year is um 100 books. Yeah, so I just made it the exact same as my reading goal last year, which was 100 books. So I have completed it. I have met it. I'm now at 115. So this is gonna be my 116th book, if ever. And I also have a pages goal. So my goal was 25,000 pages, but it's also just the exact same. I didn't change anything for my goals from last year. So I've also exceeded that. I'm now at 36,840 pages. I'm having a pretty good reading year so far in terms of I guess overall amount of books. Like even when I was, I guess, in a reading slump, I was still completing books here and there. That's a combination of all different types of like books, like audiobooks, manga, graphic novel, regular books, short books. Like for me, reading is reading, like whatever format you use. So I utilize that depending on whether I have a busy like month or like an easier month where I can like sit down and read books. So yeah, how about you guys? Do you have reading goals, or even if it's not a monetary, not monetary, because I definitely failed a monetary reading goal because I spent too much. But like not a numerical goal. Like, is there a specific goal that you had for yourself this year with regards to your reading? And if so, like, did you? How are you doing with that goal? Are you going to be moving forward with a similar goal next year? I've also been thinking about goals, like reading goals a lot, because obviously we're coming up to the end of the year, and I might also do a video on that, just like thinking about goals for next year. And I think one of the goals that I want to put forward for myself is just reading more widely. Like, I love my fantasy genre, my usual romance, but I've really been enjoying historical fiction and some literary and even memoirs. I feel like I wanna like vary my reading for next year. So I'm gonna think of a goal that kind of represents that. Um, I'm going to shower. See you after, and happy reading. Well, yes, we're gonna have a lot more sprints, so we will see you later. I've never annotated a book except for school. Me too. My first time properly annotating a book was when I read a book for a book tour for the author. So I was annotating so I can like, you know, have better reviews with like notes and stuff. I usually just type my thoughts on Storygraph in the reading journal feature because I'm so afraid of marking my books. It's mostly because I don't know if I want to keep the book. So I only will annotate a book that I am 100% not going to be selling or donating because I don't know. I don't know why. That's just my personal take on it. So this one, because this is the third book, the final book, and I have loved every single book in the series, and I feel for this character so much. So I am confident that I'm gonna be keeping this. So I'm probably gonna go back, and the stuff that I jotted down in my Storygraph reading journal, I'm probably gonna transfer it over to the book. So it's kind of weird because I'm like annotating after the fact. But I guess it would be helpful once I reread the series and I see all of my past annotations. I could never do it blindly on a book that I don't know that I'm gonna like or not like, which is it's a hang up that I have. I love that you're annotating and dog earing books. Ah, maybe maybe next year I'm like annotating like crazy and not even caring. It's a baby steps, baby steps. Congrats on finishing your congrats on finishing your goal. Also very impressive number of books. Thank you. But yeah, the goals they're just kind of there to keep me motivated. I'm a very competitive person by nature, so I like having something that I'm working towards. I know that doesn't work for everyone, but for me personally it works. So I like that about reading goals. Yay. Hi, Stevie. I'm glad that you can make it. I think it's been a while since I've seen you in sprints. I think were you there in the last sprints? But yeah, I feel like it's been a while. How have you been? Are you gonna be reading for with us for the sprints? I know that we've run out of timer for our chat, so I'm just going to go through the last comment and then we can start our second reading sprint. My reading goal for this year was 48, and I read 47 so far. That deserves a crowd applause. But I'm in the middle of two books at the moment, so I'm positive that I'm going to be reading a bit more than my goal until the end of the year. Yeah, that's always a good feeling when you read a little bit more than what you expected. So it's always nice when you're meeting goals. You're definitely influencing me in that series. Always sounds like so much fun when you're talking about it. Well, I think if like I feel confident recommending this series, you don't have to read the Mortal Instruments. You can jump straight into this one. If you like love the angst, you're gonna enjoy this so much. Okay, I'm getting carried away. We're gonna start the next reading sprint. So reading sprint number two. Not sure. Let's reset the timer. And yeah, happy reading, everyone. I'll see you in 45 minutes. Hi, how was the second reading sprint? Let me reset our chat timer. I made it to page 294. So let me update. 294. 46. So I read 48 pages. Not bad. It's my usual pace. How about you? How was the reading sprint? Let me go through the comments that I missed last time. Gonna try the sprints and then read before heading to bed. Yay! Continue reading the note. Wait, is this what you were reading last time? Why do I not remember? Let me check on Storygraph. Storygraph. The note. Is this a thriller that you were reading last time? The note. I feel like a lot of options are gonna pop out if I just type the note. Hi Raven, welcome to the sprint. I won't be reading in today's sprints because I'm at a library writing book reviews. Ooh, happy reading everyone. Are those book reviews for like your own book tracking, like Goodreads, Notion, Storygraph, or is it like for something else? Because that's kind of fun. Like going to the library for the sole purpose of writing book reviews. That seems fun. I'm trying my best to start writing reviews. Obviously, when I do my wrap ups, I talk about the books, but I don't have like a written record of my thoughts about books. I've been going back to the books that I read this year, and whenever I have time or the mental capacity for it, I write my reviews or like I rewatch my wrap up, and then I write my reviews based on that. Yes. Ooh, how far along are you in the note? And are you liking it? Because I remember last time you were really enjoying how it was progressing, like how things are being unveiled, and it's a lot of like character study. Is it? You were pretty far last time. I think weren't you like at 50%? I forget. It's for my book journal. Oh, that sounds like fun. Are you doing like a physical book journal or something digital? Ah, that's so much fun. Being at the library and then just writing. Ooh. Is this a second half of Clockwork Princess already? Not the second half, the second third. Because I split it into three because it's 500 plus pages, like 570 something pages, I think. So I split it into three instead of into half C's. So I have to read until 379. So I suspect, let's check, 379 minus 294. So I have 85 pages left. So that's probably two more sprints, which is right on track. That's usually how much I read. 87%. It's going down the courtroom route. Oh, I love courtroom drama. You notice that, but one of my favorite books, I think it's a mystery thriller, yeah, is Defending Jacob by William Landay. And admittedly, I'm a bit biased because I watched the TV adaptation first in Apple TV, and the main character was played by Chris Evans. So I'm a bit biased, but I did really enjoy the story from the TV, which is why I read the book that was adapted from, and the book had slight differences, but I thought it did such a great job in creating the atmosphere, the eerie drama, and then the courtroom and all of that. But yeah, so I love a good courtroom drama, which is why I think I need to read Miracle Creek by Angie Kim because I think it has that vibes. Maybe I need to read this book as well. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'm curious to know your final thoughts on it. I have been procrastinating, so I thought if I come to the library, I would get the motivation to finally write it. Like, imagine being surrounded by all of the books in a library, and they're all just telling you to write your review, write your review. I'm picturing one of my favorite books, Sorcerer of Thorn by Margaret Rogerson. The main character lives in a library, and the libraries are all not I wouldn't say sentient, but like halfway there, where they have like personalities and stuff. So I'm just imagining a library filled with books that could actually talk to you like that. That book is long. Yes, it is. It's oops. Yes, it is, and I'm glad for it because I don't want it to end a little bit because it's like I don't know. Like, has any one of you read the other series? Like the Lady Midnight. What is that called? The Dark Artifices. The I think it's called the Dark Artifices series. Like Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows, Queen of Air and Darkness. Are they gonna be mentioned in those series? Well, actually, I don't know if I want to know the answer to that because that might be spoilers. But I don't want to let go of them yet. Yep, it's physical. I used to craft the cover of each book I read, but now I don't get the time, so I just print out a cover and stick them. Wow, that's so much work. But I imagine it would look so great towards the end when you're flipping through. I used to do a lot of journaling, like I would do daily journaling, just like my daily life, and it was always a satisfaction. Like it always gives me great satisfaction, like browsing through all of the pages, but it is a lot of work. And then when I miss a day, it becomes 2 days, and then it becomes a week, and then it becomes a couple of weeks, and it's so hard to like backtrack. I didn't read that much in the last print. I had to answer a call, and there's also a new POV, and I'm not sure whether I like it. Sometimes new POV can be repetitive and so on. Sorry, yeah, I hate it when a new POV doesn't add anything new. Like I one, it I feel like a POV, especially if it's first person. I'm not sure if that is first person, but if the tone doesn't feel different from the other POVs, I would like it's not my favorite to read because yeah, as you mentioned, it is repetitive. And if they don't add anything new, like being in their eyes, like what new are they gonna bring? What new things are they gonna bring into the story? Are they gonna go on their own separate mission? Do they have a secret that they're hiding? Like I need those in a different POV. But if it's just like a different POV for the sake of having multiple POVs, like I don't like it. It kind of breaks up the flow of the story for me. But I love it when it's interpreted well. Same for me as first person. So with first person, it's so important that the personality of the character shows through in the POV because otherwise, it's just like you're reading it from the same person, and then you can get confused. That's what happened to me in Anatomy. Oh no, not Anatomy. Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. That's one of my main criticisms of that book is that they had like what 5 or 6 POVs, and every single one of them sounded the same, and I was always getting confused about like who I was reading from because they all sounded the same. But I feel like maybe with Guild, hopefully it gets better. Hopefully, maybe it's the kind of character where you don't like him now, you don't like his thoughts now, but then you're gonna like it later. Maybe we don't know. But with that, we have to start our third reading sprint. That was kind of fast. Okay, we have to start our third reading sprint. So let me move here. And let's reset the timer. And I shall see you again in 45 minutes. Happy reading, resting. Hi everyone. How was the sprint? Sorry about the time issue earlier, the clock issue. Um, how was the sprint for everyone? I made it to page 354. So close to my goal. Let me update that. 354. 354. Okay. How was everyone's sprint? Let me start this clock. I need to I'm not used to the new UI, which I don't have to get used to because I'm going back to the usual. But I keep forgetting stuff. Let's see. Uh, Hi, Amal. Welcome to the sprints. I think this is the first time that I'm seeing you in any of the sprints that I host. Welcome. You are reading Distant Shores by Kristen Hanna. I have been so curious about Kristen. Don't mind my upturned chair. I did some vacuuming earlier. But I have been so curious about Kristen Hanna for the past couple of months now. Ever since I heard about the Great Alone, I've been so curious about that. But Distant Shores, I haven't heard of. I know the Nightingale, the Women, and the Four Winds, but I haven't heard of this one. Is it also historical fiction? Oh, it's a contemporary romance. Interesting. Wait, is this the same Kristen Hanna as the other books? Is it? Oh, it is the same one. Ah, that's interesting. So she actually writes contemporary romance as well. How are you finding it? Have you read from Christine Hanna before? Let us know. Hi, Chandra. Joining us, Prince, to read before bed. A bit late because I had to fix my Notion. I know. I also started a bit late, so we still have one more sprint after this. Because I'm definitely gonna finish the last. How many pages is this? 379, the last 25 pages. I'm definitely gonna finish that in the next sprint. Um, but hopefully your Notion is all fixed now. Is this for like a reading tracker or a like a life tracker for next year? Is that what you were doing? And yes, I did forget to start the timer, but I did adjust it. Um, Hi, Lanasia. I'm leaving work shortly, but wanted to pop in and say hello. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Hopefully, your work is good today and you have a relaxing day still. Thank you for wishing us a wonderful sprint. Ooh, welcome back, Kay. Our power went out for a few seconds there. Okay, that I kind of took a while to understand. Our power went out for a few seconds there. Got to love winter. Is it because does the cold affect the power supply? Because obviously, I've never experienced like winter, like living in winter, only just visiting. As a tourist, I love winter because I'm a tourist and I don't have to deal with all of the winter shenanigans. But is it because of like how cold it gets? How cold does it get for you? I was fixing my reading tracker for 2025. Also reading Ang Bangin sa Ilalim ng Ating Mga Paa by Renato Vivo Jr. for tonight's sprint. Oh, I've been wanting to read that. I think that's gonna be on my priority reading list for January. I really wanna like read the series. I don't know if I'm gonna be reading it for the series read along because I feel like it would take me. I need to be like super focused on just reading because it's in Tagalog, and I suck at reading Tagalog. But I'm definitely gonna prioritize that for the first couple of months for sure because I've been so curious and the books look so good together. How are you finding it? Bangin is the first book, right? Anyway, so I made it to page 300, no, 354, and I am so sad. Like, the heartbreak that I was expecting in the book has happened, and there's more to come because I can't say anything because it will be spoilers, but this book, I am curious to see how it will end. There were a couple of moments there where it felt a little bit too info dumpy, convenient info dumpy ish. Like the way that they came about a certain revelation was a bit too convenient for me. Although it was foreshadowed in the beginning, there was like crumbs of it in the beginning, so it's not like out of like completely out of left field, which I appreciate, but it did still feel like, oh, that came at a convenient time. And there are characters here that I'm like I hate so much, and I'm trying to remember because this is set before the Mortal Instrument, so I already know some of the last names, like the families in the Mortal Instruments, and I'm trying to remember who's who, like who is the ancestor of who, because some people here are very annoying. Bangin is actually the second. It's not as difficult to. Oh yeah, yeah. The first one is ang kapangyarihan something. it's not as difficult to read as expected. Yeah, maybe I was just a little bit um I was intimidated. Like I was the only series that I've been reading recently is Jana Silang, and that is a little bit difficult to read, especially if you're in the point of view of the older people in the older characters in the book. It's so different from when it was in the POV of the teenager character. So I was kind of like, oh, I need to focus. I was taking notes for Jana Silang because it was so hard for me. Love to see you enjoying your reread. Am I enjoying if I'm hurting so much? Am I really enjoying? But honestly, yes, I'm enjoying because I love it when books make me feel things, and I am feeling things. Why did I wait so long to read this? But at the same time, I love that I've been able to read it with everyone rather than just alone in my bed. Oh my gosh. But it is like I think you should read it. And let me know. I mean, hopefully, why can't I speak? Hopefully, you like it as much as I do. I'm not sure if, well, you are reading fantasy in general, so I feel like you can really like this as well. But alas, I have 25 pages left for today's read, and I'm tempted to read more, but I won't, especially because I also have to do a little bit of prep for the remaining Bookmas videos that I have actually shifted from doing daily. I've been doing the daily vlogs, reading vlogs for Bookmas for day one to day eight, and now I'm at the point where I feel like I am not like the content that I'm making is not as fun or valuable as I want it to be. So I'm shifting it to do less videos, but have bigger concepts in it. So I'm kind of like planning some of the videos that I'm going to be filming over the next couple of days. So I can't keep on reading as much as I want to, but we are going to be finishing this next week, and I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid for what's going to happen. I think I will read it to after seeing your reactions. Well, feel free to use me as like a sounding board. Like message me on Instagram and just like as you're reading it, let me know your thoughts because I love that. I love seeing people react to something in real time. And bonus points, you can say spoilers because I have read it. So feel free to do that. I would love that because I need to talk to, like, I love it when I can talk to people about books with the spoilers. So I am raising my hand to volunteering as tribute for that. Anyways, we have the end of our chat timer. Why did 8 minutes pass by so fast? But I will adjust the next. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep it at 45. I'm just gonna start like once I finish this. I'm gonna start like maybe reading reviews of other people. I like to do that when I finish books, especially books that make me feel a lot. But let's move on to our final sprint. Are we at reading sprint number 4 or 5? I forget. L- huh. I think we're at 4. But that doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm gonna set the timer. Oh, why is it? Oh, because I changed it earlier. Hold on. Let me update this. Uh, oh my gosh, this new thing that I'm doing is always a little bit finicky. So let's change this to 45. Okay, there you go. Transition. Okay, that's 45 now. And then let us start the timer. And I shall see you again in 45 minutes of coming in. We'll know that it's the last bit. Happy reading, everyone. Hi everyone! How was the final reading sprint? I, of course, finished all of the pages that I needed to read for today, which is the end of chapter 17, page 379. And I'm so sad that we're going to be ending this book next week. I actually have how many pages left? So it looks like I have so much more left, but this actually includes the first chapter. Okay, it includes the first chapter of what is the Midnight Air? Oh, okay, it's not. It's part of the Bane Chronicles. Okay, what do you mean? Okay, sorry. I so it says here at the back. So the back of this book, like a good chunk of pages, is the first chapter or like a sneak peek of the Midnight Air, which is part of the Bane Chronicles, which I assume is another Shadowhunter series that's not on the back here. So maybe it's like a novella or something. And it says here, Tessa, Will, and Gem's stories continue in the last hours. Wait, last hours is this one. Oh no no no, sorry. Okay, I'm getting confused. But anyway, it continues in the last hours. So I'm still gonna get to read more about them. Okay, that makes me happy. That makes me slightly happy that finishing this book doesn't mean I'm saying goodbye to their characters forever. Okay, now I feel happier. But anyway, with that said, I only have this much left of the book. How about everyone? How was your sprint? I think some people had to leave. So Shandra, I'm not sure she's here. I don't think she is, but thank you for joining. Good night to you as well. Raven browsed an entire section of the library and noted the ones I would like to borrow. What are the notable titles? What's like the number one title that you're planning to borrow? I myself did quite a bit of borrowing from the digital library because I've been planning. So this is a sneak peek of content. I've been planning the stuff that I'm gonna be doing for the rest of December as well as the first few videos in January. And I usually have to plan ahead of time because when you're borrowing from the library, there's like a hold line, and I want to make sure that I get the books and I like fall in line to borrow the books. My sprint was good. I think I'll continue reading for a bit longer. That's like the best part of a sprint because it gives you momentum and just want to read the books. How far along did you make it to your read? Are you like almost done with your book? Congrats for finishing your reading over today. Thank you very much. I got a few things done. Well, few is better than none. So I will give you a twinkling magical twinkle for that. I'm partially gonna miss all of the sound effects once I revert back to StreamYard. I don't know if they have those. Thanks for hosting today, Pam. Enjoy your evening. Thank you as well. It's gonna be a sleepy affair for me after. I'm gonna wash up a bit and then I'm definitely gonna be sleeping right after. Thank you for joining our sprints. Looking forward to your other bookmas videos, but don't stress about it. Thank you so much. I think I was initially stressing because I originally planned doing every single day, which I really would enjoy doing that, honestly. But suddenly work stuff like ramped up, and then my mom is visiting me from the States for like 5 days, which was like sudden. So I wanted to like just focus on spending that time with her because I live far from them. So I'm always grateful when we find time or we are able to actually be together for not the holidays but like the holiday season. So I just decided that okay, I'm not gonna sacrifice that. I don't want to be stressed when she's here, and that's a rare thing. So I would rather just congratulate myself for the 8 days, 8 straight days that I did posting videos that I'm actually very proud of, the videos that I posted. So I'm gonna congratulate myself on that, and I'm gonna work for like videos still, but something that I can work across a longer period of time, which I'm still excited for the videos that I have planned. So it's not like I'm just abandoning bookmas. I think I will still be proud of what I come up with by the end of December, which is something that a goal that I set for myself ever since the beginning of the year, and I'm happy that I'm working towards it. So yeah, so excited for that. And I'm excited for the books that I'm going to be reading for that. A sneak peek, I'm going to be reading the entire Amazon short story Under the Mistletoe collection, the one with all of the romance authors coming up with holiday short stories. I'm going to be reading that for a video. Remember to hydrate, check the laundry, show some love to like one. Thank you so much, Kay. Yes, yes, this is definitely something. As I'm growing older, I'm realizing really that like making time to spend with friends and family is honestly one of the most important things in the world. So I am taking my own advice. And with my book, I still have a third left. So step it go, yeah, because those books are chunky. Like I've seen them on like in person, and they are thick. But with that said, thank you so much for joining us for today's sprint. I really appreciate all of you hanging out with me as I lose my mind over Clockwork Princess. So the last series read along for the year will be the ending of Clockwork Princess. It will be next week. I'm still working out the time and the date, but as usual, I will announce it on my Instagram, and you will see it scheduled on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I had a great time today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you in the next video or reading sprints. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye.